Greetings, Libra and Libra rising. This is your Western forecast for July 2024. There are two main themes I'll be unpacking. One is your career, your life purpose. That is because the new moon on July the 5th will be in Cancer. That is focusing your attention on career matters, because Cancer is 10 signs past Libra. The 10th is business and career. Also, the Sun at the end of June through the first 3 weeks of July is putting a spotlight on your career sector as the Sun is in Cancer. So that emphasis of career will continue because of the new moon on the 5th to the next new moon the first week of August. The other big theme is the 11th house, where Mercury, communication, planning Mercury, is in Leo, July the 2nd to July the 25th. Leo is the sign after Cancer. So the Leo, Mercury in Leo, is in the 11th house sector. The 11th house is the sector of friendships, of looking at your long-range goals and aspirations, of doing a lot of networking or getting support from associates. But the 11th is also, follow this, it's the second house from the 10th. That's one of the techniques in astrology. And the second house in basic astrology deals with income and money. So the 11th house is how you start monetizing your career ambitions from the 10th house. Venus is the ruling planet for Libra. Venus is the planet of creativity, cooperation, romance. Venus will be in the 11th house from July the 11th till April the 4th. And being in the 11th of group activities and friendships, and Venus, your ruling planet, July could also be very social, doing a lot of networking, hooking up with groups and parties. The Sun is in Cancer the first 3 weeks. But on July the 21st, now the Sun leaves Cancer and goes into Leo, putting a real emphasis and spotlight on that Mercury-Venus already in the 11th. But before I break all that down, if you enjoy these kinds of videos and would like to see more of them, click like and subscribe. And don't forget to click on the notification bell so you can receive the latest postings. And if you go into the description box underneath the video, you'll find direct links to book an astrology reading or check out my 2-question offer. Now, the 10th house, the 11th house. The 10th house, we're going to start looking at business career. With the 11th house, this could be working in collaborations with others in business, collaborations with friends. Teamwork is the 11th house. The 11th house is friendships and associates that could be really helping you achieve your business goals. But the 11th house in basic astrology is also known as your hopes, your dreams, your wishes. So it has a lot to do with your long-range plans and goals and aspirations. And so with the 10th house overlapping with the 11th house, this could be a month, July, that you're really focused on your life purpose. That's the career sector, or starting a new business, a new job, a new career to start achieving your lifelong goals. Now, the Mars is the planet of ambition and drive and aggressiveness. It's moving into Libra. It's moving into Gemini, which is harmonious with Libra, because Gemini is an air sign. Libra is an air sign. So the Mars goes into your 9th house because Gemini is 9 signs past Libra. And with the Mars, which is where all this motivation and drive, the 9th house can be international travel. The 9th house is going back to school, getting more professional training, getting an education. The 9th house, where you could be much more driven towards, could be marketing, publishing, online businesses, goes under now that 9th house of publishing and marketing. Now, this Mars in Gemini is there once every 2 years from July the 20th to September the 4th. But this Mars in Gemini is going to be one of the best ones because Jupiter, expansive, fortunate, lucky Jupiter, is in Gemini, as I discussed in previous videos, once every 12 years from the end of May 2024 into May 2025. So the Jupiter is all this opportunity and expansiveness for 1 year, transiting your 9th. And Jupiter is the natural ruler of the 9th. What that means is the 9th sign of the zodiac, if you start with Aries, is number 1, Sagittarius is number 9. So everything that the 9th house represents, so does Sagittarius. But Jupiter is the planet that's associated with Sagittarius. So Jupiter in Gemini in the 9th for Libras or Libra rising, that Jupiter is at home. It is most comfortable and can give the best benefit. Jupiter is about higher education and teaching and media and marketing and publishing. Everything the 9th house represents, Jupiter is trying to bring the opportunity for growth and luck. But then Mars, which is all that ambitious drive and courage, is aligning with the Jupiter in Gemini, July the 20th to September the 4th. So this is an excellent time from the end of July to maybe go back to school or get more professional training to achieve your career goals. The 10th house career, the 11th house goals. It can also be launching a whole new internet business, and which is that 9th house of marketing and publishing. And with the focus on career, really establishing a career with media marketing publishing to achieve your long-range goals. Or with the 11th house, also with achieving your goals, is you might be doing it in collaboration with a friend or two. Now, the new moon is in Cancer on July the 5th, and this holds your attention on career matters, life purpose matters, because it's in Cancer, and it keeps that career emphasis until the next new moon, which is into the first week of August. But this new moon, being in Cancer, is in harmony with business pragmatic Saturn, which is in Pisces. Pisces is a water sign, compatible to Cancer, a water sign. So all these career endeavors, and by the 5th, is you're really setting your attention and really setting your focus with career, with life purpose, and with the Saturn, it keeps you grounded, realistic, stabilized, going for the long term, the permanence. 2 weeks after a new moon, the new moons, you're planting all these seeds, these new beginnings, these new ideas. The full moon on the 21st of July, the full moon brings to light what's working and what's not working from the new moon. Now, this full moon is going to be significant. It's around the 21st, maybe from the 20th to the 23rd. That full moon will really test relationships. It will bring a lot of matters to light. But this full moon is going to be in the last degree of Capricorn that is falling in your 4th house. And the 4th house, because Capricorn is 4 signs past Libra, so the full moon is bringing to light, bringing to manifestation, 4th house, home, family, real estate. Could be that some of you are going into the business that has something to do with property and real estate. But this full moon at the last degree of Capricorn is in a sextile, very favorable energies to Neptune, which is at the last degree of Pisces. In fact, Neptune is at the last degree of Pisces from May through August, which is a very long time. That Neptune can be very inspiring and wanting to find more fulfillment in life. Can be very spiritual, can be very creative. Now, that full moon in your 4th, excellent with Neptune, could really be bringing in a lot of inspirational energies with family, with property, real estate. Now, Mars, before it goes into Gemini, is going to be in Taurus from the first part of June until July the 20th. Mars is in Taurus, or as it's in Gemini, once every 2 years. Now, this is really important because Mars in Taurus and rebellious, progressive, explosive Uranus has been in Taurus since 2018. It starts to leave and goes into Gemini next year. But Mars, once every 2 years, it's in Taurus. And this is one of the few times, because it's only every 2 years from 2018, that the Mars, fiery, aggressive, ambitious, restless Mars, is aligning with rebellious, explosive Uranus on July the 15th. You might be feeling, or you might be seeing on the news, a lot of explosive energies, maybe of the week before, certainly that week after. But there's going to be an important trigger around July the 15th. Now, for Libras and Libra rising, Taurus is 8 signs past Libra. So a lot of this unexpected, unpredictable, shocking, or it could be really exciting energies is in your 8th house. The 8th house deals with business, finance, loans, credit, insurance, taxes. The 8th house has a lot to do with all your financial obligations with others. It can also represent negotiating financial contracts or setting up a business partnership. But this, with Mars and Uranus around the 15th, there could be some real unexpected upsets around these financial matters. Now, on the full moon, which is always really intense, but there's a lot of this inspiring energy with Neptune. But Mercury, decision-making Mercury, will be at a square, a hard angle to Uranus. Now, on the 15th of July, ambitious, fiery Mars is crossing Uranus. There might be a major explosion, volcano, major accidents, or maybe it's just a lot of anger and violence with protests hitting the streets. But then Mercury, decision-making mental Mercury will be in a hard, stressful angle to Uranus on the day of the full moon. So that Mercury-Uranus, in the best case scenario, could indicate having to make very sudden decisions with the full moon in your 4th house of home and family matters. By the next day, the 22nd, the Sun has just moved into Leo, will be in opposition to Pluto. Sun-Pluto once a year could be revealing secrets, and that could be that Mercury-Uranus at the same time, having to make a lot of sudden decisions based on secrets being revealed. There could be some intense power struggles with authority figures with that Sun-Pluto. I think from the 15th, that explosive Mercury-Uranus in the 8th, now the 8th could be banking and loans and mortgages. And then this full moon is in the 4th of family or real estate. And with the Mercury-Uranus, you may have to be making some real sudden decisions around family members, around real estate matters. Libra is the sign of romance and relationships and creativity. And I've been talking a lot about business, but Venus, your ruling planet, Venus seeks pleasure and love and harmony. Venus will be very much spotlighted with the Sun and Mercury. Mercury is all your thinking and planning and talking about Venus, the arts, love. And then the Sun really puts a spotlight and emphasis on that Venus energies. And the Venus is in the 11th. The 11th can be very social, expanding your friendships, attending lots of parties with lots of people, lots of group activities. But you could be one of two things, because Venus is very romantic and is being very emphasized here. You could be making a whole new best friend, which when you get older in life, that's a real privilege. Or a relationship that you've been, are you in the friend zone? Is this going anywhere? It could blossom into something more physical and romantic. And it could be through friends, through attending parties with friends, or a friend could become something a little bit more. I want to thank you for watching. If you like information on how to book an astrology reading or to sign up for my 2-question offer, visit my website at gardino.co, that's .co. Until next month, be safe and well.